Yo, I am back. I'm back. What up? What up, whoever you are? Hopefully, we get some people awake and joining us soon. up that shit. Hey Alex, good to see you back. Long time no see, as they say. I think I might have to start advertising streams and putting videos up and stuff again if we're going to get viewers, because at the moment it seems like only a few. Yeah, a little bit too much black, but still pretty cool. But yeah, I like it. I'm a fan. To be honest, I wasn't that big of a fan of the movie, but I like the movie design. Try and put a thing on Discord. Yeah, I don't know. In some ways, I like it. Like it's almost like, I don't know, was it like coagulated blood or something? Being that Carnage is all bloody, but yeah, a bit more red. Like the body would have been nice, but. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's an awesome head sculpt. I'll grab the other one. This one is super nasty, and you can pull the little magnetic tongue out if you just wanted to have like just a full open screaming sort of face, and then the tongue's got like a magnetic thing there, so you can just stick it back on. But yeah, it's cool design. I like it. But yeah, I can understand why some people prefer more red there. And then this is the special edition piece that came with this deluxe Carnage. So it's Venom's head, like it comes with this bust as well, but the head can go on your Hot Toys Venom from the first film or the second film if you have it. And yeah, Venom on one side, and then Tom Hardy on the inside. This camera overexposes it, and it looks a little more toyish than it does in real life. Haha, Seth, you wonderful, wonderful motherfucker. It's Friday, and I don't have to do anything. Well, actually, no, it's Saturday because it's 1 a.m. I don't have to do anything tomorrow, so I've been streaming for hours. Not many people. Aaron was here earlier. A couple of local friends. Alex is one of my subscribers on YouTube. So people are here. I've not really been active on YouTube other than those airbrushing videos I did for like, 7 years. So I'm not really expecting many people. Aaron retweeted it on Twitter. Like, people drop in, but they don't know me, so I don't really think they'll stick around. But important people are here. I'm assuming you're working today, dude. Yeah, I'm not sure, Alex, but I'll watch the third film when it comes out. Let me look at my world clock, Seth. 6 a.m. Nice and early. Well, I'm very glad that I could be what you woke up to, you poor bugger. Oh. It's a friendly face. Not a very good looking face, but a friendly face nonetheless. What time do you have to be at work, Seth? Seth, I should give you a preview for the room. It's not finished and it's a mess. But you'll get an idea of how the newly developing collection room is looking. We've got all my 6 scale figures, well, not all of them. There's another cabinet to come in, like a bigger wide cabinet. But yeah, a lot of the 6 scale figures there. Some Titan robots up there. Some Marvel props. A couple of Thanos figures. That glass cabinet there and those boxes will go back inside. It's my recliner. Where that Unicron is, there is where another cabinet will be. Bunch of Star Wars figures there. Hot Toys, tumblers and TV and stuff. Yeah, this is the room that I was building, so I'm quite proud of it. And yeah, I filmed and took photos during the pardon me, during the building process. So when I'm motivated, I'll string those together. And once all those fucking random boxes and shit that shouldn't be in here is away and the room is looking neat and tidy, and obviously that last cabinet I was saying is in, I will do a full room collection tour thing. I know people are interested in those, and not many people get to see my collection, so it'd be cool to show it off. And cabinet next to me's got a bunch of G1 masterpiece. I've made a little overlay thing for Streamlabs, so it's a work in progress, but I smashed it together at work this afternoon when I was meant to be working, but couldn't be bothered. Alex, I do like the plain black one in the film, but in terms of the 6 scale Hot Toys tumblers, the camo one does look a lot nicer. It's got a lot of weathering and stuff on it, where the black one is essentially just unpainted black plastic. It would have been nice if it was weathered as well, but what are you going to do? $1,000 collectible that they couldn't be bothered. 1,000 Australian dollars, so probably like 600 US, that they couldn't be bothered weathering. But yeah, the camo one was nearly half the price a few years ago, and it does look nicer. So, but it's nice to have them both, and on that cabinet, they're sitting either end of the cabinet. They look pretty cool. No, I'm not going to touch. Look, I do a little bit of miniature painting I'm okay at it, and I'm okay at an airbrush, but I'm not touching $1,000+ six scale collectibles with paint. Not that adventurous today. I look, it's doable, but might send it to Adam Savage. He'd do something like that. But yeah, definitely. And I've got the only other really large. I've got the DeLorean from the first Back to the Future film, not the second. I wish it was the second one, but I've already got one, and they're very close to identical to each other. The newer one, you can plug into a USB opposed to batteries, and it also has a flight stand, so you can have the wheels like from Back to the Future 2. But that tumbler's very cool. That's in the cabinet that needs to come out here. Yes, Bane can, but the figures are delicate, so jamming them in a car isn't ideal. But yeah, I've got the 1989 Keaton Batmobile pre-ordered, which is a big buy, but I have wanted it for years, so. I don't have Bane in there. Bane's in the brown cabinet where I'm pointing now. But in my DeLorean, Doc Brown and Marty are riding that. But they're wearing like tailored clothing, so it's a little easier to fit in. I don't like mine. Yeah, look, Seth, I'm the same. Like, I see like a lot of people that paint and modify things, and yeah, look, a very small minor repair or fixing a ratchet joint or de-sticking something, I don't mind. But I'm with you. I don't really modify. I don't even buy like upgrade kits for things and that. It's just, it comes as it is. If I don't want it, I won't buy it. Yeah, I know like some people, like that's their hobby, like doing custom paint jobs and stuff, which is fine, but I'd rather stick to the mini painting if I really want to get creative in that sense. Yeah, the animated Batmobile is pretty cool. There's some good toys of the animated Batmobile too. Yeah, correct, Seth. Like, if that's your hobby, like, just like we like painting minis, there are people that like buying toys and repainting them. I don't have an issue with it, but yeah, it's not my thing. And again, you're talking like high-end collectibles. They are how they are. I don't want to fuck them up. Like, for example, this, like, that Hot Toys Carnage. It does look nicer in person, but it's well painted. It doesn't need to, you don't need to touch it. Come on, focus. The Arkham Knight Batmobile was released by Jazz Inc. They did a few diorama pieces. I don't think it's plastic. I think it might be like a mixed media, maybe like with polystone and stuff. But you're talking like really big bucks. And then on top of that, they're really rare. So if you don't buy them when they come out, it's just fucked up prices. Yeah, Seth, 100%. I have rarely had issues with Hot Toys, but I agree. For the fucking ridiculous money you pay for some of these figures, they want to be right. Otherwise, they back in the box and fucking shipped back to wherever they come from. Because, yeah. Like, it's one thing buying a Marvel Legends and a fucking leg's a little bit loose, but 600 Australian dollars for a Carnage. I'm used to paying a lot of money for Hot Toys, and I would shit the bed if that fucking came in and was something was wrong with it. Are there any Bayverse characters that you really want to see Studio Series? Alex, I don't buy a lot of mainline Transformers anymore. If I do, it's mostly because I'm just scratching an itch while I'm out shopping type thing. I do buy some leader class and stuff like that now and then. I have an affinity for big robots, but so no, I'm not particularly worried about it. In fact, I'm probably going to sell my Studio Series Dinobots, because down in the cabinet below here, let me see if I can show you. Down here, I have it's a Masterpiece Grimlock, but the Fans Toys Masterpiece Dinobots. And even though they're not in scale with the classics stuff, Chug, whatever you want to fucking call them, I just, for many years, like a lot of us, I was in the habit of just buying everything. Oh, it's Transformers, I love Transformers, I better buy more Transformers. And now, like, space is a big problem. I literally built another room to house my collection. So now it's like Masterpiece stuff, selective retail stuff, and third-party stuff I don't mind. But again, I like the engineering and I like combiners. So things like we were talking about before, this battleship, aircraft carrier combiner thing sort of tickles my fancy. But yeah, there's nothing really. I mean, I'm sure if I really thought about characters, I could come up with something. But like, put it this way, nothing's just popping into my head that I want. Like, we got Ultra Magnus, we got a cool Prime. A G1 Megatron that's not a tank would be cool, but it's not going to happen. 112 price, Seth, the only 112 figure I have, and the only reason I don't buy the 112 figures, or 112, because they're not 112, they're 16. Yeah, they are 112. It's late. Fuck off. The only reason I don't buy them is because I have 6 scale figures, and it kind of meets that. But the only one I have is a Spock in the blue fucking weird outfit. And I only bought it because Big Bad had them on like ultra mega super uber mega clearance, and a couple of my mates wanted to customize them, funny enough, so I bought like 5 of them and had them shipped over here in a pile of loot. But yeah, I get a bit like that when something's shit and never gets fixed. It really bums me out. SS Sludge really surprised me. Quite fun to handle. Sludge is the most recent one, yeah. The Stegosaurus. I like the robot mode. I dislike the dinosaur mode because it's got that stupid stumpy tail that means it can only really be in one position. Yeah, Seth, I'm the same. Like, I've got tubs and tubs and tubs of classics and whatever else fucking fancy term you want to call extended classics lines, nowadays generations or whatever. I'll keep a lot of the current 86 generations because they're the only good thing with Transformers getting smaller is it's easier to put them on a shelf in a Billy bookcase or whatever. But I've got like tubs of fucking Energon and Cybertron, and I sold all my Prime and stuff because they sold quickly. But if I had like BotCon or TFCon nearby and I could sell them at a stall, I probably would. But I don't have the time or the inclination to be individually photographing fucking a million figures and putting them on Facebook or eBay or whatever, and then posting out one at a time. It's just, I'm more likely to have them in cold storage for the next 50 years than worrying about trying to sell them. Like, almost sort of want to sell them as like one big lot super cheap just to get them out of my house. But, you know, sometimes you're selling things, you're looking at it, you're like, oh, this is kind of cool, and you got to like be really full on and just be like, get out of here. Yeah, look, Alex, Energon's cool, and there's heaps of good Transformers in all of those lines, but there's just a point where you just can't have it all. And I know guys that have, like, I literally know a guy in Australia that has every single Transformers transformable release ever. Like, thousands and thousands and thousands. He's literally a single guy that lives in a house who has a bed, a kitchen, and racking through his house. Which, say what you will, is a nice guy, but there's only a point that, dude, like, no one got time for that. When I do have time, I don't want to spend it fucking cataloguing toys and making sure that they got their shit, and then selling on like eBay and Facebook, such a pain in the ass. Oh, you'll list something for $100 and they'll be like, oh, can I give you a hot dog and a handshake for it? Like, no, dude, offer me $95. It's clearly I've listed for 100. Or some motherfucker comes out and is like, oh, you can get that for $50 somewhere else. I'm like, that's great. I'm selling it for 100 because that's what I want for it. Fuck off. So I just don't have the energy for it. I'm starting to be an old man now. I don't need to deal with that shit. Look, there's fucking grey coming through here. There are, look, Seth, there's people that will bulk buy toys here. Like, we've got like vintage toy stores around the place, especially up near the city. But like, you get nothing for them, and again, it's just the haggling and the dealing. I just can't be fucked with it all the time. They did sing a song, Alex. Yeah, sometimes I just wish I could fucking give them away or something, but then the tight ass, not a tight ass, but the collector in me would have a heart attack if I just started giving stuff away. But yeah, look, back to your question about studio series. I'm sure there's lots of cool stuff they'll do, Alex, and I'm sure along the way I'll pick random stuff up. But even the 6-scar stuff, I used to buy heaps more, and I've still got a lot of figures, like a lot of figures, but I've slowed that down, and I'm a lot more selective than I used to be. And the other thing that I do is I don't specifically sit and watch every release and get hyped and worry about getting FOMO and all that sort of shit. Most of the time you can get stuff later on if you really want it. And even in store, especially with higher end expensive figures, if I go into a store and it's there 3 weeks in a row, and every week I go there, I'm like, oh, I really want this figure, then I might buy it. But I'm just more selective these days. And the funny thing is, money's tight for everyone at the moment, but I've got more disposable income now than I ever have. And yeah, it's fuck me, Seth. Isn't that the truest statement you've ever made? And fucking Warhammer is so expensive too, but I haven't painted anything for ages. Mainly because, like, as we've discussed, I'm in the process of this big shuffle around the house, and I don't really have a comfortable place to paint at the moment, so I'm just holding off. But I'm still buying codexes and buying fucking kits, and I ordered 2 Artis Opus brushes, so I'm ready to paint when I'm back in. But yeah, I see stuff and I'm like, oh, I need to grab that because that's a box set. No, I won't be able to get it again after. It's just it's a vicious cycle. Like the Kroot / Tau box set that's coming out. I kind of want that. Plus, I've got the new Tau Codex, and I'm guilty at collecting codexes for armies alike. Hunting in person could be quite fun too. I used to, before retail, I don't know how old you are, Alex, but me and Seth are old men. But back in the day, it was really enjoyable when I was really into toy collecting. I mean, I'm obviously into toy collecting, but I mean retail toy collecting. Going to the malls and toy shops and finding things. I still have really good core memories of being a kid going into the toy stores here, buying Beast Wars and late G1 and G2 stuff, and even early G1 stuff that was still around. Because we got things a few years sort of late here at that time. Now everything comes out everywhere at the same time, but over in Australia here it was stuff would come out a bit late. But yeah, I used to have a lot of fun going into the toy shop and dreaming, How's that banner going that you've been painting, Seth? I saw an update today. Not being the same since can also target. Yeah, okay. Yeah, look, online's great because you just post shit to your door. Like, Seth and I are able to send each other things without leaving our home, and we live in completely different continents. It's fantastic, but there is something about going to a store and seeing things in person that's quite fun. It is missed sometimes, that old, grabby old man, but the olden days are missed sometimes. That being said, I can't talk. I did buy this stupid little Tasmanian devil, but I'm Australian. It's fine because it's Australian. Even though I don't like no, I do like Tasmania. Tasmania is like the butt of our jokes, like some of your lower states are for you guys. Have you got any interest in that new Tau set, Seth, or you're not really into Tau, I guess? It's funny, all the you know how they're releasing all these like classic sets, from the fantasy days and early 40k. I think a lot of collectors are going to, like, new hobbyists are going to order some of those kits and get an interesting awakening when they realize how janky some of those old molds and the old fucking molding process was compared to like brand new Marines and shit like that, crispy sculpts compared to mushy sculpts. So I think the excitement of getting something old will be there, and they'll order it and then get it and be like, oh, this is a bit shit. Is there a Hot Toys riot? Riot from what, Alex? Hope Seth's still here. Thing tells you got like multiple viewers, but it doesn't tell you who's here. No, there's not, Alex. From the first Venom film, they did just a normal Venom, and from Let There Be Carnage, they did a new Venom, which is essentially the same, and the Carnage figure that I've got there. Right would be cool though. I'd be happy to get more symbiote type figures, but again, they're just too fucking expensive. Like, again, I got this. This is the deluxe version. I'm talking Australian dollars here, so it will sound like a lot more. But the normal version was like $680, $700, and the deluxe version was like higher than that. But for some reason, Pop Culture, which is like the main wholesaler in Australia, had the deluxe version with this extra head sculpt and bust, which is a lot of the cost, I guess, for $650, and I had some discount codes for the retailer, so I paid like $630 for this, which again sounds like a lot of money, in US I guess maybe $400 or something. But yeah, so long story short, I'd love there to be more characters from the shows, but I don't intend on paying a lot of money. I've got a custom Eddie Brock as well, like a hoodie and jeans and Tom Hardy head sculpt on a body that I put together, which isn't bad. Yes, yeah, I agree. A weird head. You there still, Seth? Or are you just probably getting ready for work, I guess? There is no Seth, only Zul. Hey man, Scrawny Weaver back then. What else do you collect, Alex, other than the old robots? Do you have any other things? Lego 6-scale figures, Gundam, anything like that? No, Seth's a big record head these days. When he comes back, I'll ask him a question, a music-related question. Most of the Transformers are slowed down on collecting other things a few years ago. Still have some Ninja Turtles and Alien figures. Are they like, I assume, NECA figures, Alex? Especially for the Alien. Ninja Turtles could be other brands, I guess, but I assume NECA. I don't know. I used to have a few Marvel Legends back in the day. I've got a couple of random NECA figures, including that Robocop we spoke about. And then I've got a few McFarlane 40k figures. And recently I got a few, like in the last year, I got a few Joy Toy 1/18th scale Warhammer 40k figures. So they're like 5 inches tall, So they scale like 1/18 like die-cast cars and that. So they're actually quite large for their scale because obviously Space Marines are big. Bandai Godzillas. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some Godzilla figures. Especially, I'd like to get the -1 figure monster arts and the Shin Godzilla monster arts. Just to have a couple of cool Godzilla figures. Or even some of those, like, old school, big ass fucking vinyl Godzillas they have in Japan and that. But the really detailed ones. That should be cool too. Who else have we got lurking in the trap? The trat? Who else have we got lurking in the trat? Who else have we got lurking in the trat? I fucking said it again. It is fucking 2 a.m. Who else do we have lurking in the chat? Say hello if you're there. -1. -1, yes, it has been released in black and white in Japan. I really want to watch it in black and white. Apparently, it just lends itself to it perfectly. Another thing I heard is they... we're down to 1 viewer now. I had 3, now we're down to 1. I heard when they converted it to black and white, they didn't just like turn the color off. They actually went through and frame by frame adjusted the values and the black and white to make it really pop and suit the scenes and stuff like that. So it should really be amazing in black and white. I fully admit that I cried, like tear down the eye type crying, wasn't bawling my eyes out, but multiple times through that film, and I had to read the film. It's in Japanese, you know what I mean? So if a film can make you tear up that you have to read, I think that's a pretty well done film. But really good film. I probably in my top 10 films, to be honest. I'm not like the biggest Godzilla head in the world. I just messaged Seth. He must have lost him. I think Godzilla was already mutated before exposure to the H-bomb. Yeah, quite possibly, Alex. Yeah, in the that first scene where you see him, I assume him, but when you first see Godzilla, yeah, I mean, if you go by other lore, there's Titans, so, but yeah, I agree. It's definitely a possibility. And then at the end of the film, he's kind of triple mutated. If you look at his tail and whatnot. Sorry, I'm getting confused. That was Shin Godzilla. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Seth, have you you burnt out that CD I got you yet? Also, Seth, have you got any of those Joy Toy figures? I can't remember. The little 1/18th Warhammer figures. You're working on it. I was quite proud of that gift, to be honest. Yeah, I was like, sisters. Yeah, nice. I wouldn't mind getting some sisters. I want to get some Krieg as well. They were early figures, but they just look cool. Yeah, when I at Christmas this year, I was like, what do I get Seth? was like, I got to get him something Devo. And then I was like looking around, and I'm like, fuck, you've probably got shit. And I didn't want to ask you what you have, because obviously that ruins the surprise. And then I saw that CD, and I was like, this is pretty new. You might have it on record, but you might not have it on CD. And I'm glad I took the punt. I don't have the Crow, Alex. I'm glad I don't, in one way, because the leather jacket on it notoriously was deteriorated. But it had a really good, cool guitar, and the sculpt was really good. But it does exist. Currently, Sideshow have a 1/6 scale Crow figure out, which is also quite nice. And that's fairly available at the moment, if that was something that interests you. Seth, I've got one of the bikes, like the current Outriders or whatever they're called, which is pretty cool. And I've got just an Intercessor sitting on that. I really want to get the Beast Hunters, the Squigosaur, look like a great white shark squig with metal leg and the war boss sitting on top of it. They've done that in that Joy Toy line, and I really want to get that. It's just seemed like a really cool figure. Yeah, some of the Marines look a bit funny. I wouldn't mind getting like the Gilliman, the Primarch reboot. That's the other problem with the Marines. The characters and the captains that have like for example, if you bought Calgar, he's got the underslung bolters, and they have chains running to his power pack, and they super restrictive to any kind of articulation in that. So you kind of get a wobbly statue with some of those, but they still look cool. Yeah, I'm probably not going to buy much more. Like I said, I might buy that orc great white squig thing, but that's probably about it. I've got like 3 Marines, the bike, and I've got like one of the orc commandos. Look, it was a nice novelty, but that's about it. A friend of mine just bought one of the Space Wolves. I think it's like a Space Wolf on one of the big wolves. I don't know my Space Wolf lore, but it looks cool. But yeah, again, I think they're one of those things I can quite happily enjoy from afar. I think now I've got a couple. I know Aaron and Chris got a few when they were at TFCon last year. I was getting picture spam from Aaron about it. They seem like they're right up Chris's alley. I think he did a video or something of them. Yes, Alex. I am a big Henry Cavill fan. He's the Nerd King. He just like with The Witcher, he really loves the IP and plays and makes Warhammer. So at least you know whatever character he ends up playing or doing in the show, there'll be a lot of passion for it, and you would make the assumption that with that passion would bring a good, well-made show. And look, Games Workshop's a billion-dollar company now, so between them and whatever production companies are making the show, I'm sure it's going to be something cool. I have a feeling that it's going to be some sort of Inquisitor-based show. Because it just seems like that an Inquisitor-based show hunting outlaws or whatever, and that way they can minimize how many like Space Marines and Xenos they need to have in the show. Not that I think they're going to cheap out, but and the other thing is, like, if you've got someone like Cavill leading a show like that, you're going to want to show him off on camera quite a bit, and having him in some sort of normal human role opposed to a dude in power armor. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. Yeah, good gift. Reva's she's a good egg, as I said, on Twitter or whatever it was. Where did she? Do you know where she picked it up from, Seth? Like a whole box of them? I'm assuming online. What are your thoughts on the live action show, Seth? Okay, fair enough. But yes, she's a good woman. I was really hoping to do my next trip over to North America this year, but it might end up being next year at this stage, but who knows. But either way, my friend, I hope I can come and hang out, or we can meet somewhere and hang out, or maybe you guys can come over here sometime. But yeah, Reva seems like an awesome person. Obviously, I've talked to her and stuff, but you know what I mean. Looking forward to go to the chats of jack-offs like geeks and gamers. I'm going to start doing videos. Well, actually, yes, that would be fun. Yeah, man, we'll figure something out. But I might be doing my own thing work-wise sooner than later. So if that happens, obviously I'll need to focus on that. But if it doesn't, I might do the trip sooner than later. If it does happen, hopefully it will financially make it easier. But either way, it will be in the next. If it's not in this year, it's 100% next year, because I miss my friends that I have hung out with before, even though it's been 10 years. And I miss all my other friends that I've been talking to for years and known for years and never actually hung out with. So, yeah. Can't stand the anti-fan. Couple. Yeah, man. I don't know if you saw my tweet today. I was fucking sick of some dickheads in a group on Facebook, just going in there to be fuckwits. Thoughts on the Halo show? Yeah, I enjoyed the first season. I'm looking forward to the second. I was a PlayStation guy growing up, so I don't have any particular attachment to Halo or its lore. So I don't know if people that do have attachment to Halo, its lore, had a problem with the show, but I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, Seth, I did hear that, but it turned out it didn't bother me too much. I have there's right there. There's a Master Chief helmet. Fucking this camera. This is my left hand, right? It's mirrored, obviously, because the camera's pointing out. So I keep trying to point at things. But anyway, right there's my Master Chief helmet. It was pretty cool, and seeing like the fucking big people in power armor just fucking things up was good, stupid fun. Worth a watch, Seth. But again, like me watching it with zero attachment, well, essentially zero attachment to Halo, made it a lot easier to enjoy. It's funny that when you don't have a connection to something, it just makes it so much easier to just sit back and absorb the show, rather than have anything preconceived that makes you sort of hate things. Because again, like the helmet thing, I understand why people were bothered by that, but it didn't necessarily bother me. Like it was in my head going, oh, people are going like, he shouldn't take his helmet off, like the Judge Dredd thing. But yeah, I was like, I'll watch it. I'm not care. Yes, I am excited for Deadpool 3. Very much so. Being an Aussie, I definitely like to support Hugh Jackman. But more than that, I really enjoyed the first two films, and I like all the Wolverine films, so it's a pretty easy decision for Deadpool 3. And over you probably can't see from here, but there is Cable and 2 Deadpool figures. Yeah, fair enough, Seth. Yeah, I've played the games, don't get me wrong. Like, I've played, gone to friends' places when I was younger and played plenty of Halo, but I have the Halo theme songs and stuff on my phone and enjoy the music. But yeah, as I was saying, it was easy to watch the show when you weren't like I knew by osmosis I had absorbed lore and understood the Halo universe fairly well, and watching videos about like the ships and all that sort of shit on YouTube. So I had like some stuff, but it wasn't like this great connection where I was like going to boycott it if fucking helmet came off, you know what I mean? I hope there is a Judge Dredd content of some description. Fucking that Dredd movie with Carl Urban in it was fucking sick. And it's a shame that it didn't get a sequel or a series or whatever. So I hope they do something, and I hope he plays Dredd again, because I think he liked playing Dredd, so that'd be fun. How long does it take you to get into work, Seth, from your place? I know I've asked you that before, but it's 2 a.m. and I can't fucking remember. Maybe if I came across Alex. I know it's a bit sacrilege, but I actually don't mind the Sly Stallone Dredd movie either. I think only because, I was younger when it, not like young, but I was younger when it came out, and it had like big robot and cool guns that do different shit and all that sort of stuff. So I don't mind the old film, but the new Dredd film, or the recent Dredd film, was really good. I understand there's going to changes, but my Halo interest is very low these days. And the helmet thing is just yeah, absolutely, Seth. Yeah, I don't have an issue with it. Again, I've fucking bought a Master Chief helmet. I like Halo. I even walked around the house and annoyed my wife with it on. It was funny. 5 minutes long to get there. Okay. Do you normally ride in, or? Depends on the weather, I guess. I wonder if I can show you a better view of. I don't know if you can see them up there, Seth. So I got a Bo-Katan, Mando, original Boba Fett, Vader, First Order Stormtrooper, and a Scout Trooper helmet up there. I'll show them more when I do the actual room tour video. But you like your Star Wars, so you like that. Yeah, that's fair, man. Where's how far's Reva's work from home? Say hello, third viewer. Whoever you are. We're just talking all sorts of stuff. Having a bit of fun. No, I don't like the Clone Trooper helmet all that much, Alex. I wish I had a original Stormtrooper helmet, but when I got into buying the helmets, they were kind of dear, so I didn't really want to pay well over price for a Hasbro helmet. But I quite often keep an eye on like Facebook Marketplace and see if anyone's selling one in a good condition. I'd also like to get a Kylo Ren helmet. I cosplayed as Kylo a few years back when I was in pretty good shape. I borrowed a friend's costume and he had the Black Series helmet. I didn't mind it. It was pretty good. But yeah, I have eyed off the Clone Trooper helmet at EB Games or GameStop for you guys. But yeah, I don't mind the Clone Wars and that era of Star Wars that much, but the aesthetic of the helmet doesn't really do it for me. They're kind of narrow in that weird little slot, and yeah, not my thing. I love fucking Scout Troopers. They were like, Return of the Jedi was like a big favorite film when I was a kid, and those Scout helmets I find super cool. My big head doesn't fit in it very well though. Yeah, Bad Batch is fun. I probably wouldn't buy any of the helmets though. I've only got limited room to put a couple more helmets up there anyway. My wife bought me the Star-Lord helmet up there, and it just makes me think of Krasis when I see it for some reason. I think because he cosplayed it as it a while back. The other ones I nearly bought were the Transformers helmets, but like the Optimus and Soundwave heads. But then I was like, I like these because they're like kind of props and they're real size and all that sort of stuff. So then even though I like Transformers, I just didn't do the helmets. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't have him wear the helmet in the film, but I like it. That's a cool helmet, the Star-Lord one. I want to get an Iron Man helmet, but I don't want to get a Hasbro one because the plastic ones look a bit average. Well, the Star Wars helmets look good, but there's quite a few metal Iron Man helmets, so just got to find one for a good price. I see the Ant-Man helmet a bit too, but I'm just always on the fence on whether I want to pull the trigger on that one. I like the films a bit, but not. I don't know. Nah. I don't know. War Machine helmet. I'd rather like a Mark 7 metal helmet or something like that. If I was going to get War Machine, I'd like to get like the Endgame Iron Patriot helmet. Not that they'll ever make one, but that suit was pretty awesome. Big badass fucking thing. I've got the Hot Toys figure of that. It's fucking sick. If I had silly money. Oh, dude. 100%. I've got a few, like, the Marvel stuff, like, back on the door over there. You can see the handle just above my shoulder. That's, Stormbreaker. Saw Stormbreaker. Up on the cabinet. Up there, I've got Cap Shield, and I've got the Mighty Thor Mjolnir there. Got the 3 Infinity Gauntlets, so the Nano Gauntlet, the normal gold one, and then Iron Man's Nano Gauntlet from the end of Endgame. Inside the house, I've got a normal Mjolnir, but it's like a like made out of polystone, so it's really heavy. I've got a few lightsabers. So I've got like a custom Neo Pixel type, like just fun one that you can duel with. There's ones that you can buy from all those, like Saber Forge and all those. I've got one of those. Then I've got the older sabers that you couldn't remove the blades. I've got Luke's from Return of the Jedi with a green blade. I've got Vader's one. I've got 2 Darth Maul ones, so you can join them together. And I've got the Darksaber, the most recent Darksaber, so you can remove the blade out of it and stuff. And then I'm going to call them letter openers, because I'm probably not meant to have them in my state, but which we'll get into another time. But I have a few replica letter openers. I've got the Atlantean sword from Conan the Barbarian, which is an actual 1090 high carbon steel. It's realer than the actual sword in the film. It's non-sharpened, but it is highly polished. I have it on the wall like art. I have a replica of the Father sword from Conan. Conan's one of my favourite films, and I love swords. I've got Deadpool's katanas, which are just stainless, unsharpened. I've got a high gloss polished Witcher sword from the TV show. What else have we got? Got a couple of Japanese style like katanas. I've got Michonne's katana from Walking Dead. I just like the design. I've got the God Killer sword. I just got recently. Kim, my wife, likes Wonder Woman, and she asked me, she's like, how come you don't have Wonder Woman's sword or shield? And I'm like, well, I haven't really seen them. And I looked up and I was able to get the God Killer sword. When it came in, I was like, is this fucking the wrong like, is it like a weird replica or something where it doesn't, like, it's the wrong size? Anyway, it came, it's inside, but it's 30 inches and it's not very big. And like, I know Gal Gadot's like not huge, but it is a single-handed sword, and I'm used to these big katanas and lightsabers and shit that are all like really long. But when it came in, I was like, this has got it. Like, is this wrong? Like, they fucked up the size or whatever. And I looked it up, and the 1-to-1 like $500 replica of the God Killer sword for Wonder Woman is 30 inches, so it's accurate. But I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I've got that as well. So I've got a few weapon replicas and things. Seth, I love all that shit. There's heaps of sabers I want, but they're just fucking dear. Yeah, that's nice. Nice picture. One of the things that I intend on doing when I'm in the States next is spending way too much money at Disneyland on Star Wars lightsabers and stuff. Which I'm sure my lovely wife will probably shoot me for, but that's alright. I'll ignore that comment, Alex. Yeah, I haven't really watched the new trailer, Alex, so I'm not sure where I stand on the Ghostbusters movie. I enjoyed the last one, the newest one with Paul Rudd and the ghost of Harold Ramis. Yeah, I want to do the Build-A-Saber thing. It feels really... I haven't felt it. But it looks like it's really immersive. And I remember Aaron was talking about it on the WTF podcast. And it seems like a really good experience. My thing, I don't know what you did, Seth, but my thing is I'd probably go into the stores and buy like 1 million of the fucking kyber crystals and add-ons and all that sort of shit. Yes, the Stay Puffs murdering each other was fantastic. I got a good pop out of that. Hey Seth, you still been doing the wrestling promo gimmick that you were doing a while back? Also, Seth, I don't know if you are or not, but if you're not, can you subscribe to the channel? Just trying to get some engagement going. Yeah, nice. You'll have to send me the link if it's out, and I'll have a watch. I do enjoy them. It's quite fun, particularly yours, obviously. But yeah, shoot me a link on Messenger or whatever when you've got it. I'll probably watch it. If you've already got it, I'll watch it tomorrow, but otherwise I'll watch it when you send it to me. Cool. Thanks, man. I don't know if it's because the last few days I've been just doing test streams where I didn't have any overlay or anything going. I was trying to figure out the fucking Streamlabs systems and all that. And before I started doing this, I had like dead on 2000 or 2002 subscribers, and I've lost like 8 subscribers in like 2 days, which was weird because it was hovering around that 2000 for ages. But I don't know. It could be coincidental. I don't know if they just left or they saw the shitty streams and went, I'm on, because they might have got a notification that there was new content, so they've looked and then went, I don't like this, and fucked off. But it was a lot of effort to build up those. I mean, it was 23 or 2400 subs, but other than those airbrush videos, I haven't really done content for 7 years, so it's done well to stay over 2000. But I'd like to keep the subs there because I want engagement and I want to have people come and talk collectibles and all that sort of shit. Yeah, I enjoyed Rise of the Beasts. Again, I'm a big Beast Wars fan. They didn't do them too bad. Hollywood Transformers film. I mean, is what it is. Of course, there's things I would change. But, yeah. Good enough popcorn film. Sit on the couch and tune out. I need to watch it through again. I've only watched it once. I've got the Blu-ray there, or the 4K Blu-ray. I'll probably watch that again sometime soon, when the wife wants to watch some sort of action film. That's one thing I will say. I wish the other Autobots, other than Air Razor and Primal, had some lines or more interactions and whatnot. The human character was good in it. And I absolutely love Michelle Yeoh. That the film that she won the Oscar for, Everything All at Once or whatever it is, it's got that great big title, but you know the film I mean. She won the award for, was fucking fantastic. I've liked her since Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Like, she was great in Star Trek. But she got a lot of lines, and I wonder if that was because she won a important award, or whether that was always intended. But the way that the other Maximals had no lines, it feels like her part was increased. But anyway, good enough film. I enjoyed it, so that's all good. I'm going to end the stream in a couple of minutes, guys. If you've got anything else you want to ask or talk about, probably I'm at 1 hour 25, so I'll probably go another 5 minutes. It's almost 2:30 here, so probably should go to bed. Try not to wake my wife up when I go to bed. Wondering if they'll bring me David Kay. I mean, I'd love that. I love David Kay. He's a fantastic guy. He's helped me out years ago. He did some intros for my YouTube channel for me, and he's a really lovely guy, and he's good with the fans. He loves playing Beast Wars Megatron. I doubt it will happen. If they were going to do that, they would have used Gary Chalk for Optimus Primal in it. So, yes, it would be good, Alex, but I don't know. Maybe David did. He's done some pretty big roles. He does a shit ton of ads. He was in the Eternals, whether you like that or not, but he was in it. Yes, love Spawn, especially the Michael Jai White film. Hi, Riva. I don't know if you're actually there and you can see me, but hi. I'm tired. It's 2:20, and I've been out here for hours, but it's good. I've been able to talk to some friends. And if it's still there, Eva, have a really good day. I don't think I've seen it, Alex. You'll be leaving for work soon, Seth? Just going to look at the time. 7:30. Oh, I'll have to figure out this background music thing for the next stream. Just have some sound in the background. Yeah, I need to get some engagement going on the site so more people come and join and stream and hang out. But should be, I'm sure if I keep doing them, it will build up. Yeah. Okay, Alex. That's a bit random. Oh. I've hit a wall now. Gotta turn some of my lighting off before I forget. Alright guys, I'm gonna to wrap it up and go and turn this laptop off and joking aside, thoughts on I like robot. I'm tired. Robocop 2 is good. Robocop 1 is always the best. When I was young, I fucking loved Robocop 3. I recently bought a Hot Toys Robocop 3 with the jetpack and shit. It's cool. But yeah man, Robocop's one of my favourite franchises. Night is for the youth. If you stay up long enough, it's day again, Seth. So have a good day at work, Seth. Reva the same. I might do a stream during the day tomorrow. Try and catch the North America crowd. Probably just another hangout for something to do during the day. So I'll hit you up if I'm jumping on, and hopefully by the time I'm up tomorrow and jumping on, it will be probably evening for you guys. So there we go. Thanks for coming, Alex. See you later, mate. And yeah, Seth, have a good day. See you guys.